Good afternoon and welcome back to Ennis, day 5 of the World Championships, and we are at quarter-final stages of the Masters. The quarter-final lineup: Gary Clark versus Giuseppe D'Imperio, David Hogan versus Declan Brennan, Oussama Al-Maskini against Sean Story, and this game, Gary Bracken versus Mike King. Ireland versus England international. This should be a really good game. Both players on a hot streak of form. Bracken carving his way through the field last night, beat Lee Kendall. Today, he's back in amongst it. He's beaten Gary Bracken. He's beaten Adam Lilley 7 frames to 1. Then went on to beat Gary Southern 8 frames to 3, having trailed 3-1. Here he is in a quarter-final. I'm joined, as ever, by the wonderful 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏.
Good afternoon, Nick.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mike King taking the reds and just developing that one. Everything, well, as I say, they're pretty open, but red next to black and the other one below the yellow still need to be moved. Interestingly,
Tony, they both started really slowly in their last 16. In their last 16 matches. Gary Bracken was 3-1 down and then won 7 on the bounce to win 8-3. Mike King was 4-1 down to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and ended up winning 8-5. So interesting to see how they start this match. As I say, both started really slowly in their previous games.
Mike, of course, England international from Exeter.
Ooh, grazes the yellow on the way through and still manages to find the pocket.
Well, I don't think it would have got in if it didn't, and he's also opened up that other red.
Plant to top left. Not there. But yellows are horrible. Bracken will be happy to come to the table, but he's not particularly going to like what he sees. Needs to find some kind of telling loss of turn. Get a snooker, try and get ball in hand. Hard to see where though. Just looking to see whether yellow plants onto yellow. Pot that one that's over the pocket. I think he decided it didn't, so trying to manufacture a 3-ball plant. May even just try and tuck in behind the 2 yellows. I'm not sure he's got the angle off the one up in the middle of the table to do that. Needs to kind of squeeze off of it. Just runs in behind. Has he left the gap? Can Mike King get through to that red? If he can, he could screw the cue ball into the red that's over the pocket, get this one out into the open. This could be a chance. No. Don't know if he can get through. He's looking at it. So, cue ball, screw the one. He went for the double. Ladies Masters also at the same stage. Cross on table 2, you can watch that stream. It's
𝗪𝗏𝗯𝗃𝗃 against 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃, all French affair. Yellow's starting to open up. He's left the one cushion escape, side cushion. Can rest on this yellow at the bottom of the table. He's having a look at what he would leave. Not much. Can just get through to the one on the bulk line.
Yeah, he just plays up to the top of the table now. No question. Nice gone game. Let's see 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃 in camera shot. Playing on the other table. Looks like she's playing Geraldine. Teammate. Gsell Champignon. All French battle there. That'll be on the app on the other table. Got the angle to come down now. These two yellows beneath the black. Played that nicely. Rub off the red there. That's actually helped cue ball. And this 8-ball into the middle bag for Gary Bracken to hit the front early doors. In it goes, and it is the Irishman who leads.
And again in frame 2. Yellows look very decent. Nice angle here to go. Reds, sorry, my mistake. I was just looking away for a second. Oh, that's a bad mess. And as I was just saying, yellows look very good. Still do. Just looking at the scores on the other tables. I was just looking at the individual stat from the team events, just try and get an indication of the players that are on form. I was looking at the ladies section, and 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗫 in 7th at the moment. I thought it was quite interesting that Emma Cunningham, Chucky Preston are number 1 and 2. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols, we know she's having a good time of it at the moment. She's number 3 in the rankings. 3 players in the top 4 for Northern Ireland, 4 in the top 8. Actually, Dinsmore and Vicky Lomax in there as well. And Casey Ranford-Norrie for England, number 5. Very impressive.
Yeah, all of those players having a great tournament.
In the men's team, Brad Ferguson from Wales tops. Tom Cousins from Wales in 2nd. 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃, who went out in the previous round in the Masters, he's 3rd. Obviously still very early days. But, Dave Hogan's won the opening frame against Dec Brennan. Same with Maschini against Story.
Black goes in, Mike King 2-1 up. So Bracken takes a cut break. It's going to be dry. Things just slightly going in the direction of the Englishman. Mike King comes to the table. And in the ladies' masters, in the quarterfinals, only one sole survivor from England, Leanne Cragg. She's level with Kirsty Lee Davis, 1-1. So that's going to be a titanic battle there. And the French have 3 left in. Obviously, 2 are playing each other on that next table. Colette Hendricks and the other one, she's playing the world champion Tasneem Solomons. That's 1-1. Chucky Preston playing the sole Australian left, Linda Vine, and she's 2-0 up.
𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗀 in the ball really well at the moment. Has he just come too far there, though? I think he's just okay.
I watched him practicing the other morning. Actually came in early and he was having a knock earlier in the week. And I have to say, what I saw when he was just playing on his own, had a little chat with him, and he did look to be playing, well, cueing really, really well. Now he's had plenty of match practice as well on top.
Cue ball's on a string at the moment.
We have a tournament down in Bodmin. Cue ball out of the Bartlett's place in the Southwest Masters. We always have that every year. That's always attended by the top players, pros playing it. This man won it two years on a trot, and that is a really, really hard event to win. Other winners are that Greg Batten. 2-1 up. And it's his turn to go dry. That is a nice open table presented to Gary Bracken. Of course, this is a race to 8. Now we're in the quarterfinals. And Gary's not waiting for 𝗪𝘁𝗏 to play a shot. In fact, I think the referee is just, no. I thought the referee was saying, do you want to hang on a second? But then the clock is still running down. We do have 45-second shot clock.
Middle red of those 3 in the line. Passes, you can get through to the potting area of that. Bottom right. I think that's the next ball. Maybe to get through to the furthest one. No, it was the middle.
Nicely done there, Gary Bracken.
Just run this through. Count the yellow. Maybe just try and stop dead. Still okay. Just giving himself one shot to play here now. He's got this one, and the other one at the top of the table, but just needs to play a shot here to land on his next ball. It's got a bigger angle than he wanted as well. And again, running into problems here.
Yeah, long way down the table now. This is a lot more awkward. A tough pot, plus really hard to get on the last red.
It was that shot a few ago where I thought he'd just top it through and play into the red, but he's stunned up and cannon into a yellow, and it just took him away from his work.
Only takes one little fraction. It's a really, really good shot.
It's a good recovery. Someone on the next table. Clock pauses. He's ready to go now.
In goes the black ball. Gary Bracken mops up Mike King's dry break, 2-all in this quarter-final. Another good break. The balls are coming out nicely at the moment.
Just struggling again with the cue ball, just slightly.
He seems to find a way. He does fall out of position here and there, but he does have the ability to find a big pot and big positional shot and dig himself out of one or two holes. He's done it once again.
Yeah, again, that's a really good shot. You see Mike King in the background just tapping his arm in appreciation.
Very high standard.
Just looked like he was struggling for a second, but one good shot and he's absolutely A1.
Just wants to leave a little bit of angle here so he can screw the cue ball up past that middle bag, and he has it. Sort of punch it off the rail here, a little bit aside, tad short.
Got a lot to see from both players so far. This is really good. Gary Bracken levels things up in quite a fast pace as well. We've only been going about 25 minutes and already 6 frames under the belt. That's a dry break again from Mike King. Break just not firing for him yet. Bracken with first chance again. Reds aren't too bad. Just long opener and hold for the one down the right side. Now, a bit loose. I think he was just trying to go cushion and cannon into the yellow to leave that one down the right side. He's going to have to come back for that. He could do it now. Just scoot back. Through the gap. He just have slightly too much angle to do that. That's what he was looking to play. The angle may just take him into the yellow that's next to the red. Reroute. Again, wrong angle. On the one to top right. Now struggling slightly to get across that ball on the right hand side. Still got that problem ball at the top of the table. I don't think that pass, well, I'm sure it doesn't pass the yellow into the top left. So he's gone up and tried to give it a bump. Landed on the double. They've always been playing to get on the double, to be fair.
I tell you, after 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃 went 1-0 up against 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃, which is over on the table next door. Excuse me. 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃 has reeled off 3 in a row. She leads 3-1. And one of the other quarterfinals, 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃 Preston, is on the hill against Lyndall Vine, 4-1. And if they both get through, they will face each other in a mouth-watering semi-final. Be later on this evening. Colette Henriksen 2-2 with world champion Tasneem Solomons. And Leanne Cragg at the moment 2-1 up against Kirsty Lee Davis. Whilst later on they will be playing first to 6 in the ladies.
That's not come out for King. Tried to play a shot to nothing, but he may have left the gap between yellow and 8 to get through to the furthest red. He did indeed. Push the 8 awkward now. The 8 ball's actually helped him because it's taken away the option for the plant for Mike King. If he's playing yellow off yellow here, he needs to be careful. Judged that well. That could have pushed that yellow safe. That was
Great shot there from Mike.
really well done.
It's the simple stuff left to do for Mike King. He's going to get himself back in front.
Yeah, it's a well-crafted clearance, actually, because when he came to the table, it looked awkward. One good shot opened up everything.
Lovely player, Mike, when he's in full flow. Yellow into the right-hand centre.
He's a busy player as well, isn't he? He's quick around the table.
Black will be going in the other centre.
I thought he just pushed that to the far knuckle, but still drops.
In goes the 8 ball. Mike King back in front, 4-3 against Gary Bracken. Yellows look very inviting indeed for Gary Bracken. I can tell you, 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃 Preston is in the semi-finals, winning 5-1. There was a question. I thought they would have been first to 6 in a quarter-final, but the results gone through, and 𝗪𝗃𝗃 Preston's name is in the semi-final draw. Yeah, quick fire Preston. Gary Bracken now done all the hard work. Just run this into the middle. Leave the cue ball just a little bit further up where the yellow is, like that. Simple yellow into the centre, black ball top right, and we are going to be level once again.
Kept the players guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, disappointing really. I think I did like that format, just for the uniqueness of it all and such.
Mike King, break is not working at all. It's another one that's dry. Certainly 3 of his breaks have been dry so far. Don't remember if it's 4.
Yeah, can you figure out why they changed that? Because for me, that has no logic. When it wasn't an inconvenience, was it, to do, or was it? like we say, it's just, it was the uniqueness of, you win your match, you have no idea who you're going to get the next round, like the FA Cup sort of thing, which was very enjoyable.
And it adds a little bit of drama as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. You can have some absolute monster matches early doors, literally anything. Also giving players a good chance for a deep run as well that you wouldn't normally see. It's been a while since we've seen a safety shot in this match.
Looking to find a very small gap here between yellow and red. If he lands too straight, he could play the plant, but he's looking preferably to find the gap. I think that is absolutely perfect. What a shot. He probably had about an inch of space to play into there.
Yeah, if he'd come a bit further, he could have played the plant, I suppose. But
yeah, the margin of error is tiny. On a sixpence.
And drop this now into the middle. Just checking where he wants to leave the cue ball, where he can cut the red into the bottom right.
Yeah, when we're trying to look to navigate any gap or anything like that, he was looking at the line because he wants a full ball contact on the yellow. Just drop it in dead weight. Okay, he got a half ball, he's still fine. The important thing there was not to hit it on the left-hand side of the ball because he would have likely snookered himself. So he erred towards caution, and that's another really good clearance from Gary Bracken. He's taking every chance that comes his way. It'll frustrate King because Gary Bracken is making balls off of his break.
Yeah, but it's the splits as well. I mean, look at yellows here. Got an easy starter.
Okay, that one's over the middle bag covered by the 8-ball, but I'll be looking to maybe play a plant. You can even play it now if you fancy bridging over that red. Take it as first ball, but I think he might dismiss that, rather play, make sure he's on the yellows, because obviously bridging over that red, it brings its own bit of trepidation with it, because you could miscue. So, not entertaining the plant. You just go and flick the black out of the way. Could do it here. Pot the yellow. Steer the cue ball off the side rail and then just flick into that 8-ball.
I think that's what he's eyeing.
Well, he wants to do it as soon as possible. You don't want to be leaving that right until the very end of the finish, obviously.
The only thing he's being careful of here, he doesn't want full ball contact into the 8 because he could push it into the red and tie it up. So he's choosing the different path.
Going for the plant. Well, the only thing there is a bit more of the 8 stuck out, so he could play the other yellow. There's 3 yellows in the middle of the table. The one in the middle, off the 8-ball and into that middle pocket. Don't know if he could play it into the yellow and just push it past that way. There's a danger of hitting that thick and the second yellow hitting the knuckle.
He might just, I mean, he's potting really well. He might just choose to land on it and play it long.
I think it'd be hard to refuse the yellow off the 8-ball and leaving a very easy yellow. Thing is, he's got to get himself up there. It's going to have to be on this, off this yellow into the bottom corner. So wants to get right into the middle of the table here. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to play it long.
May have to leave it till last now.
That way you're leaving yourself to have to get perfect position.
He's just got the wrong angle here. He can't stay on this side of the yellow.
Nearly missed that one.
He's going to have to go above it now, I think.
Yep. Cue ball on the bolt line. Doesn't want to go too far with it.
Confidently struck. I mean,
yeah, that's a nice angle as well.
Couldn't have got it on it any better.
Well, this yellow really for 6-4, and it's in. Another tidy finish in the end from Gary Bracken, playing extremely well.
Gary Clark now 4-0 against 𝗏𝗏𝘃. Hogan 4-1 against Brennan.
Would you believe it? Just not a ball at all. And it's the same routine, the same break every time, same pace. You can't believe they just don't. You know, is that 3 in a row?
4.
4. Oof. That's got to hurt. And that one shot there that Bracken's played has completely opened up everything from the Reds. One going right in his bottom right-hand corner now that he's closest to. Drop the cue ball on towards the bottom rail. Get rid of the other red at the bottom of the table. And work his way round the other 4. And Gary Bracken will be hoping that will get him nicely onto the 8-ball and over the line to 7-4 and on the hill.
Gary Clark, a one-man wrecking ball, 5-0.
Yeah, when he gets on a roll as well, Gary Clark, very dangerous player from Northern Ireland.
We've played double the amount of frames in this match than all of the others. They're all on 5 frames.
Then again, are they on shot clocks?
Probably not. That's a good question.
So that does help a little bit, because it will sort of cruise them along, because there are one or two players out there I've looked in at quarterfinals that might take a little bit longer than others to play their shot, and if they're not on a shot clock, that's when it can get frustrating if you're playing them, because some will do it if they know it can unnerve you. As Gary Bracken waits for 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗍 to play her shot on the other table. Doesn't want to put that yellow on that rail, that's for certain. So now, I think Gary will have just made up the mind he's going to have to play a double with that 8-ball back into the left-hand middle, should he get that far. You'd expect him to, the way he's playing.
He's missing nothing. Hasn't looked like missing anything.
Thing is now with this shot here, playing up the red into the top left, he needs to get the cue ball down far enough so he can play a fairly straight shot into that centre pocket, because he needs to leave himself the perfect angle to double that 8-ball back. So he doesn't want to be coming away from the 8-ball, because then he's going to have to take a long cut up into the top right. So all the way back, perfect, absolutely perfect. Now he can just pull this cue ball back a couple of inches. There, he's making sure, because if you come back too far, you can't make the cut double. So you want to be just the other side of the 8-ball towards the centre. You know, you can actually go a fair bit up and make the cut back. That looks pretty good. So this 8-ball for a 7-4 lead will put Gary Bracken one away. Double back into the middle. Oh!
Now then.
Hit both posts and stayed out of the goal. Is there a reprieve for Mike King? Or has he been sat in that seat that long he's forgotten how to play pool? Because it's been a while.
Great opening shot.
Yeah, nice shot from Mike. Lovely striker of the ball. Just his cue action. Couple of feathers up there, and it's just a nice, very steady strike onto the cue ball.
It's the first chink in the armour from Bracken, isn't it? I mean, it's a tiny chink because it was a double, always missable, but in such a crucial time, 7-4 there. He is massive favourite.
Keeps his head down very nicely through a shot, Mike. This is going to be 6-5. Gary Bracken will be kicking himself. Could this be the turning point in this match? Mike King completes the finish, and it is 6-5 to the Irishman.
Sean Story and Giuseppe. One from Morocco.
Sabrina Brunet on the hill, 4-2 against Jodie Champigny. Over on the table on the right, Tasneem Solomons on the hill against Colette Henriksen, 4-2 to her. Kirsty Lee Davies is just edged in front of Leanne Cragg. That is 3-2 in that clash there as well.
One problem to unlock. It goes off the yellow to middle, it opens up the pocket for the other red. And then, can he play the red off the yellow and then leave a high angle to bump this one off the cushion? He's got a different plan. Is he going to play this long?
Yeah, big shot.
The long cut up into the top right-hand corner.
It's the toughest shot so far. Such a crucial time as well. No.
Always hit it a bit thin when it's set off. Now it's about those 2 yellows on the rail.
King flies out of his seat.
They are plantable. You can also go to the top of the table and play that yellow that's over the left, but I think he's going to play this plant.
This is brave.
Likes it. Yeah, but it's a nice angle coming into it.
Cue ball's okay.
Ooh.
Just tracking towards that pocket. He's got the one to top left. He is going to cannon the yellow to the right of it. So he just needs to think about this cannon. It's okay.
Let's get the cue up in the air a bit for this one. Trying to steer the cue ball into that red in the middle of the table, the hole for the top yellow. He's overcooked it that way, but he'll be happy enough that he's landed there because it will keep him at the table and still in with a great chance of levelling the match.
Yeah, it's a favourable little bump on the 8-ball. He's just to the left of that. He's on absolutely nothing. So looking at playing another cannon here. Ball along the cushion, come up, nudge into the 8-ball. Targeting the 8-ball on the left-hand side. Should leave him perfect. He's come up the other side. Just personal preference there. Could have played it either way. Just under pace. I think he was playing for that to the middle. Just under or just over, either way.
Spots cuts this back into the middle of the cube off the top rail and down for the 8. Oh, he's overcut it.
That's big.
Ooh.
That's big. Had to take that chance there that Bracken presented with him with. That could be very, very telling.
Got to take the red below the black first here. Got to.
Gary Clark's a man on a mission, 7-0.
Oof. That's unreal.
𝗙𝗵𝗄𝗃's been playing absolutely class.
Well, he tried to dig a lot deeper than that, did Gary Bracken. Made this a bit trickier than it should have been. He sort of moved, he got up quite quickly on that shot he'd already played, and I think by doing so he didn't strike the cue ball that cleanly.
We saw Gary
underneath.
Clark miss this exact same shot earlier on. No such mistake from Gary Bracken.
Mike King wants a toilet break.
Yeah, I don't blame him after that miss.
Well, we will keep you updated with what happens there, because Mike King is back and breaking off 7-5 behind. Had a great chance in the last frame. He's finally got a ball off his own break. So better news for Mike. But he'll feel he really should have been 6-all now, not 7-5 down. Well, Mike King misses the opening yellow, and that could spell disaster for the Englishman. Gary Bracken must be absolutely buzzing inside. The balls are there for him to make the semi-final. The men's Masters. Oh, well, well, well. Would you believe that for a miss?
They start to feel it a bit.
Even you
see the
part
winning
of that,
line?
Nick.
Did he see the winning line?
I don't know, but that was a serious miss. So Mike King gets to live to fight another day in this Masters quarter-final. It could have been all over.
Don't see him letting this chance go.
You'd like to think he wouldn't. But it's gone a bit edgy out there.
Is it the travel? Just.
Nice. Okay there. Very nicely done by Mike King. 7-6 coming right up.
7-6 indeed. But the match is out of his hands, and it's very much in Gary Bracken's hands because he's got the break in the next.
Back we come over here. Gary Bracken breaking off, gets a ball. 𝗪𝗏𝗃 being able to pot that.
Work to do here. Iron up yellows.
I like reds. Put the one in the middle and screw back into that yellow and red, and you're on the one into the top corner or into the left-hand middle.
Yeah, I think he's just spotted that.
Okay. Got other ideas to deal with what's down at the bottom.
Is he looking at top right and leaving an angle
I don't know
onto
why.
middle?
Do you know what? I don't know why he's done that. I think the screw into the yellow and the red, I just think it makes it so much more easy. You've dealt with your problem there and then. We shall see. Because I'm trying to now see what his plan is.
He's too straight on this. He needed to travel further.
But what's the plan? Is he going to try and play the red off the thin edge of the red and yellow stuck together? That's a really hard shot.
No, I think he was looking to leave an angle to try and get the cue ball through a very narrow gap onto the right-hand side cushion.
Makes no sense.
To leave himself one to the middle. But he's left himself almost dead straight here. He's looking at the outside of the reds to see if
made the
he's
wrong
got half a
choice.
Pocket.
He made the wrong choice for me.
But he thinks, well, he hasn't now. I was going to say he thinks he's got half a pocket here. I'm not sure is he on it? Maybe just now.
Yeah, but again, you're leaving that ball to break out for your last shot. And you've got to get on it.
It's grasping at straws now.
Don't get me wrong. If he gets on it, then the fair dues to him. But I think he missed a trick at the start of this frame. He went for the thin edge, and that was always going to be a very, very hard shot. Didn't like that at all.
King will be very happy to get to the table and just have a chance.
That's all he wanted. Favourite now. Could be going down to the wire with these two.
Mike King at 7-5 down. Looked buried. It looked to be gone. But now the balls are there to take this as 7 each. I mean, if you look back at the miss yellow in that middle pocket a couple of frames ago, he could have been 7-6 up here. This could have been for the match.
Leanne Craig's beaten Kirsty Lee Davis.
That's a big win for Leanne.
Champagny and Brunet at 4 each.
Wow. Geraldine dug herself out of a big hole there. And Brunet missed an 8-ball to get into the semi-final to join Chucky Preston.
He's a good shot here, Mike.
And whoever wins out of those two French ladies, that is going to be a titanic battle with Chucky. She plays like lightning, and she's on real great form as well at the moment. We will be bringing you one of the women's semi-finals. Well, they'll both be on the on two tables in this arena. One will be on the main stream here. We obviously don't know yet because
could be a foul. No,
qualified.
Red just gets there.
But it's Mike on these yellows. He is. He knows it's going to go 7-7 here. Just runs this along the bottom rail.
What a match of pool.
Been a great game. Certainly been my best match I've watched this week in the singles.
Some serious courage from Mike King to get back into this match.
Well, he went out to the toilets and reset himself after that miss yellow in the middle. Gary Bracken has had his chances to put it away. Has he got the weight right? Perfect. He has. And you've got to make Mike King favourite now. He's going to go 7-all. His tail is up. In goes the 8-ball.
After all those dry breaks,
yeah.
Somehow we find ourselves at 7 each. Mike King.
Well, he got a ball off his last break. Yep. So Mike King then 7-all. This is it. 1 frame. Whoever wins this is in the semi-final. And Mike King returns back to the dry break.
Cut break though.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Changed. But he made a ball off his last break. Well.
Front breaking all the way through, and I know it's not been working for him. And in the crucial frame, he changes to a cut break. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but I'm sure he sat in his chair thinking, oh, why didn't I front break? I mean, it's a lovely table to go out. It's a really good leave for Bracken, but there's some serious pressure.
There is indeed.
Has to be feeling it. Incredible. We've got a decider on this one, a decider on table 2. Brilliant. Can we ask for more?
2 pints of cider on the bar. Perfect angle. Comes down the table now.
Difficult to see where this can go wrong, but
by overrunning the cue balls, the starters here. And that is overrun.
Ooh.
I just thought he would. I really did. It's one of them. You just want to be dead straight on it, and he's 2 or 3 ball rolls too far. Shake of the head there. It gives Mike King a bit of hope.
Yeah. Gary needs to put a big shot at the bag now. Going to see if he can get past the red, but we saw from the overhead that he can. All he's got is a long one.
I think I'll take it. Yeah, don't play in the middle. Take it up into the top right for the pure reason if you miss it, surely it's going to put a little blocker up there. It's going to hamper something.
He's gone for middle.
Okay, he's still got a chance. He can get back down there now.
If that other yellow had dropped in the other pocket, I don't think he was on anything. Because I'm not sure the yellow passes the red. Well, it doesn't pass the red to bottom left, so he's been a little bit fortunate with that yellow staying up. Caught the knuckle. As I say, if that goes in, he's struggling.
Gone again. He doesn't want that flick off the red. Can he see enough of it this time? He can certainly see a bit of it, but I'm not sure he can pot it.
He's on it, I think. He's on it.
Well, if he is, he's been a bit fortunate because he was never playing to flick into that red ball.
No.
Well, he must be because he's looking at the path. That's a good shot, though. That's perfect. Tap on the leg from Mike King. He knows. Big, big shot. He's going to have to wait for Geraldine to play her shot over on table 2. And this 8-ball to claim a place in the semi-final later this evening for Gary Bracken. And in it goes. What is a... Bracken has done it.
Well, it would have been in his mouth for a second. I don't think Bracken knows it's finished. He was just about to go back to his seat. I don't know if he thought it was a race to 9. What a match we had there. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic from both players.